and for Emra Badwam Mpensenpensenmu so on Adom TV. Live on DSTV channel 280, Go TV channel 119. Multi TV, Diggy Box on social live and so a wondom. Now make us see really the good podcast. It's in Komono, a biana and temperament went me a winning in our NC. Ubefio could do office nebre ewumua. Ubet me a to podcast now as she Adom TV na while in Komono and so a wondom. Medede akwasi in Siafana Sekesi and Koma Kingdom Heba. Ye can't gan hand with the papa efie and honum. Ura amofana pamfo, one attitude brani abama. Ede ye drone ye saya deal ye memu, any amanone. Send a man for Tomundo party free Ghana crowd outside the country. Echo some yard no crabbe you. To ye Ghana so ya no one pia, Kingdom for Akachi, and pin the pass on yadia. Then there's a 1% yadia no edu cold. So and a Franco Trading Enterprise, a case of phone papa. Na just so the fee and one say Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, Smart TV penna will pay from 32 to 55 inches. Sounds now all tabletop fridges, air conditioning from 1.5 to 2.5 horsepower. BBP and ye demu yim kwandi odo nature Franco Trading Enterprise akasia onsa ebekabi. And ma watonso atete so ye pa ne bo form papa oton quality and near ma oto a emfinhia du ne da so te sene etie na Bacho Kai, Menko Gogunko Francophone number order. Numbers Nina NM 0246 422 338 0246 422 338 and 055 593 9311 055 593 9311. We any Franco Trading Enterprise on phone numbers obetimi afromo elfo ka say da bia Franco Trading Enterprise ye can still phone papa efie and hodom Sabinoka say the National Communications Officer Edema NDC Amanyoko lawyer Sami Jemfi atraze samboko de
minia onyame guzusha na oso
boko mintimi nka say me hu wache ba meto nka che
enyezi meti ase pa na bibia boko
sabe
edanyame ase
part mu boko de
Higusu a ye pem so higusu a ye adwuma den na ye bonto a ehyehyɛ ye nsem titu enhyehye pa ene enisoade hunu a yewura John Dramani Mahama ene party no ewo ma oh my Ghana
okay
nim say nchekra na ye kwa akoto aba
yeah
and sabato ye kwa akoto is an election like none other because e abato a e be define Ghana dache ye madache ye nananom dache and unti who be here say Ghana for beto abapa. Okay. You free say abapa na say be ma NDC ni John Mahama kwenya.
Okay.
Na o mine na ene MPP for the akwakoto amanadonku donku mi. Yewura Mahama wa ye bida abeboam ye yo mine free ho. Okay. Na ye nyina ya fa yentuma pa efra. Eno ho adwuma na ye. So far so good. President Mahama we na prob a edikan e building Ghana to. Wapao na bedi eche ye maame obimfumu kunyini na anaje no poku achema ono so afiti nto abo ase okay apao campaign team enche kra ye manifesto ye de betu dwa enche kra in the next 1 month maximum NDC manifesto will be put out. Even before that an announcement will be made as to the day I will launch a manifesto no? Okay. But even before that no enchekra Ghana for be who say Yewura Mahama or ye part 2 okay. of na probo which will be more intense and will be broader, wider, bigger than the first run of building Ghana tower. So far so good. Okay. Me wogidie mapa say Ghana for enim de na omo pensesa wo mabrabo mu omo pensesa wo mayama mu kata hyehyɛ proye dream kankan a ekoso abusua mamu a ekoso a ede ahokyere abinidie ne konanda ba beto Ghana for so no minim se obobesisem okay na amamu papa a ede ahoto adwuma ne puntu aba no so aba
eno nkomo ne ba bedi na no pe so ye ba be hwe the John Mahama factor in 2024 election then after you share the 24-hour economy any other policies be NDC as part of going into this election or more abobo so but some minim say wahwa so no yida kwagimani e wo Miami enya de ketu akura ama wakoto back with about $2,000 US. And the amount here. The bim say can say some jamfi kura nsa anye adwuma ye twa mo se Ghana ye den mo so no yire mo chile e wo Miami all the way in the US.
I thought they said I was in Miami because the restaurant is not Miami. I'm say I'm in Miami chilling for 2 weeks. And I can't say. But the hotel be a mutual. It's 2007. It was $3,000. So, and I'm here shopping. I'm here gym and everything. These are just lies, which are a product of demented minds. So what I say. Me, I say me to Miami. Me that hotel, the most expensive hotel, paying $3,000. Almost say my first NDCC car $42,000, and I'm eating over 2 weeks. When I'm here,
you be afraid no aba.
Afraid no aba. At the time they wrote the story, I believe Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday I was at Roman Catholic Asori Adabrake.
Oh, okay.
For Mawuna Trebe's funeral. Until now, me were in Miami. Sunday, I was at Swami for the original organizer for Ashanti, Shamalasa.
Okay.
In Miami. Even before that, the Wednesday, I was in Accra. I hosted NDC 360 from our studios in Accra here. Everybody watched me. I was on set with Honorable John Jenapo discussing the power sector and free SHS. On Thursday, I was in the High Court, supporting, solidarizing with my good brother and friend, the minority leader, Honorable Atufos. And after that, Menin Central for Kasai.
Yeah.
In the time, Ben and I walk Miami, with that expensive hotel, mutual $3,000 for 2 weeks. NDC, mame. $42,000.
So for the past 2 weeks,
so it's just ridiculous. Just purely nonsensical. Ubie niwa sebi. I dream that it's me. I believe it's No. But I mean, this is just foolishness, plain and simple. Because I've never been to the hotels they are talking about. Minim hotel in the crowd. Minty hotel needing that, and I've never been there. I've never stayed in Miami for 2 weeks. I've been in Miami a couple of times. Just like many other states in the U.S. Most of the times I may be in New York, or I've been to many states in the U.S., including Miami, a couple of times. The video they are circulating is a video from one of my past trips to Miami with my wife. I believe in the immediate aftermath of my marriage. What about that? Now, how that can be an issue for a group of people, no, shows you how frustrated they are and how fixated they are with some agency. Come here, me tie. Me nye dwuma ma aban into America. Me hwe obi a taxes so. Na ma worry na me ne me yere to kwan for a break. What's about that metro na say? How is that your issue? How is that your issue? Are you the one who pay me? Maybe we see customer one. And you're talking about
42,000.
Now, me my party ska ko mo na be kasa ma party na. NDC we see kebia. People don't know. When you see any national officer of the party, respect him. I'm telling you, when we say we are national officers, there is no national officer of the party. I am nobody. We all raise money. At least I can speak for myself. Since I served in this role from 2018 till now, 99% of the things we do, we raise money from people. We struggle on a daily basis to raise money to do that. One day I offer $40-something thousand. But you know what? There are certain things that you are allowed to pass because of, you know, and the fact that we can't have time for certain things. And some of the people who are saying these things, really, they don't even know you. MPPs puso jebia. Amamu born into ono edwuma kra ye man bi nye ye kom de no. Nti a man of 500 cedis, as we kotwere bibia ba sa me jemfi no wakotwere. These are men of straw. Oka say, oh ye omu bibia ekosi say. But there are some people who will be taken on relative to this matter, and the issues will be settled in court.
No, the main country ones are
people like as I say radio belonging to Gabi Ochredako, a company like that, with lawyers, with management, and you allow people like Wilberforce Asari to write nonsense and foolishness. People like ABC News belonging to Gordon Asari. You write rubbish, publishing stories, going all over. I won't treat them the way I would treat an unemployed MPP full soldier. No. They will come and explain in court. Baby, omuhu Samijenfi wo Miami, sa hotel no bokan. Any party sika makwa akofa dia akotra Miami, dia akototo sa anyema na dia akojimeni, they will come and show. Okay. So I'm not here to discuss these issues. There are more important issues of nation building, national interest, issues about my party's message that I'm focused on. Anybody who knows me will tell you, I have a tough skin. Me, I was built for these things. And there is nothing you do or say, if you think you're going to bring some agent, that will work. Because it is not true. I have never stolen money. I have never misappropriated money. In the short period that I've been on this earth, I've lived a life of integrity and a life of impact. The record is there for everybody to go and see. But I say, at every level of my life, I can see maybe and I can pardon some, ignorant, frustrated MPP people. Or their fixation is Samijenfi. When they get an issue and it's about Samijenfi, we must go to town and feast on it and feed from it and all that. Yes, your boss was being I can pardon those men. But for media organizations joining this foolish campaign of lies, they will come and explain. Okay. So please, it is neither true, and let me put on record, whatever shirt I wear, you see, you cannot, what are you saying? Yeah. Is it out of place for somebody to say, hey, yeah. The things we do you know what we get from it? We may not be paid by our political parties, but you know the social capital and the goodwill what we do gives us. And so it is even wrong to see that Obi watch and Obi's. First of all, the things they are quoting, the prices they are quoting are all false. What's point I mentioned? You get back in your $2,000. They are all false. Okay. Now, me kita baga, me no ni mejuma wa ni feel. And on what basis? Because he's married to Samijenfi, you think no doing to me kita baga na? I mean, they're rubbish. Or do we see kana kotoba? So it is none of anybody's business. Okay. Whatever bag my wife, like I told you, this is a video from one of my previous trips with my wife, private, and I don't share my private life on social media. This was, it didn't come from me. It was a mistake, a mistaken post, which was immediately deleted after, because it was not intended to be put out there for those who care to know. And somebody has gone to pick it like it is something current. I'm a tipo, Jimeni for 2 weeks at a luxurious hotel, shopping and all that. There is no truth in it. I'm only responding to this because of the many sympathizers, those who love us and support the work we do, who are worried. They are the only reasons why I would say that. Okay. But for those fools writing foolishness, they will come to court. Okay. And check, I've broken the news here. And check, any 24 hours, you see a rate. Okay. And they will come and show where they saw me at that hotel, lodging there with NDC money, paying those monies and doing those things they have. So Samijenfi, the National Communications Officer of the NDC, Sami, 24-hour economy campaign, of course. Adom, Ekuye pa. Ghana for what you say? Oh, min kasa Ghana for you not okay. But the Americans say Ghana for be bratiase. Okay. You see, a campaign is a process. It is not an event. Yeah. That's what you say. And policy bia amanyo ku de beba abonten. Say me won hihye wo man, ema wo man amanfo bi nya ho mfaso no. E wo say wo gibre na wo kirem. Obi beti ase emra wo de policy ni betudwa. Obi so nti ase. Bi ana watwe ba ko beti ase, obi bosomi obeti ase, obi kura wo ho a bosomi miensa. What the point I mentioned say? ni nyina no gina titiru ye the wubofo ema party no kwan ebefa so achechi ama the party ase. So I can tell you that there are many Ghanaians 24-hour economy no omo ti ase dada, especially omo matena manone abrochira abobra no omo ti ase dada. And any ebinumu so na omo nti ase but nchichi mu a aba ye papa Mahama wa gebra chire 24-hour economy ni mu are different functions, different in English, in Twi. Me, as communication officer, I've explained the policy on Metro, on 3FM, on Asempa, on several locations. Eric Opoku has done same. Several communicators of the party, they have explained it. Aboama nipa bebrati ase. But me know so omo ka say binumu nti ase na yadwen. Okay. Say we binumu are still ayo madwen mu kese ne. And that is why I'm happy that you have brought the matter up. Okay. And I'm very optimistic. So more share. More person more tip policy and by the time you be this uncle more we no matter. Look, 24-hour economy, what it is. What is it? I say, everyone say nipa wesi so bobra. Yeah. But what brabo a wo bo no, why mfonso bi a e de wakwa ko wie o how ahon kire ene ekam. Everyone say kwasi nsia. Amensere na memfa wanya mfonto. Wo ya adwuma wo multimedia program in our host. Wakatua 10,000. Even though minimum say woji akatua ne bro, we ya mfanto ho keke. Everyone say woji 10,000.
Hey. Yes, we me akosi o.
Everyone say 10,000 cedis. Okay. So, and ye wakatua. Yeah. But obi ananka uji usika udi kofie na woni wo yere no ma modi wakora bi wasewu no say de wo de masa maka ho mfanto ho. Okay. Wo de nsano maka ho. Wo de afokubo aka ho. Uji sika na wo de tibia ba. Uji sika na wo de twa wanum spelele. Ni wo club na wo tu sika. Ena sika nyina ahye nti boso me ne be kwa awie no na wadi 10,000 abroso asan so akoje obi besia 20,000 edi. Okay. Nti wo de ka be se 20,000. 10,000 nyina ahye. Ena ka na build ya na wakwa kodwie ekam. Sise wo ka wontimi ntua. Wo je wo hwanye, wo kope bosi obi ase ya ma because wo ka kura wontimi ntua. Tie ni ye o. Sika de bebo akohoma wo fie kura ye den. Ena watena si adwen ho ahu se medi nsenku no mabobra bone eka be fie me mebre se me ka se meye Adom TV adwuma nkoa every day 8 hours am be adwuma anopa no nso na mapon nunum with 1 hour break se meye se adwuma no nkoa makatua 10,000 no enso me so ma me mfa ntua me ka how bebreba mia me subanti makwakotom no enso me so ma me mfa ntua enyi me ne mabusua ne me mfiri hawe mu. Okay. Enu nti menya akwadro biem. Kwasi nsia meye adwumaden. Sese onyankopon ache wiase wache onipa bia 24 hours dohwere adunu enan eda bia. Insense me di 8 hours meye adwuma na maje adwuma ba akopɛ ho aketua no. Sese meye adwuma 24 hours. Odiase enti me koye 8 hours wo ha mekwa koye 8 hours wo baby na madwuma na doso. Okay. Na maketua doso na matimi de atuatua me ho ka problems amakoto media so wo solve na matumi ade ayi me ho afiri sa wo ha woni mu na me de mabusua so akwakogina baby wo so mo ye de omugina. Okay. This is the rationale for the 24-hour economy. Sometimes people say why the 24-hour economy? It is precisely because of the reason I'm actually because Ghana etese kwesi nsia me de na ye mfanto ho. Ye de ahye abusua panyi bi nsani din de omampanya Kufuado na bedi akiri Alhaji Bawumia. Omo ba ye omaye japade ye de hye won sa no manhwe so yie. Oma hye no. Abobesia ma ye ka na ye 120 billion and atwam 653 billion. Ama na ka me no man ye ntimi ntua ye ka oman na dane amanfo. Ye kope besia obi aso ohwe yanim, obi aso o maye bi. Ye nya sika entua contractor for ka enti akwan a ye nyina na omagyae projects a ye nyina omagyae. Okay. Se sika kra de betu adwuma ye for kra ka na je se ye kopo besia bibia tete apansam eno mampedi Mahama se ye ka se sa Ghana ye Kufuado ne Bawumia se no akwakoto amnadonkodonko mu no. Yeah. yeah, Juma 8 hours, 8 hours. He said, yeah, you free TTBC na. That ben ye benya ye husika, etu ayahoka. A grow economy no, ebie nyuma, ni ye free ha we mu, na Ghana fu enye nyuma ni ahoto ni mpuntu. That benda. It will never happen in the foreseeable future if we stick to the traditional 8 hours work shifts.
Okay, to people. So the 24-hour economy no eba because of how Amuhun say President Kufuor manage the economy.
That is it. Where we are, President Mahama say extraordinary times require extraordinary intervention for extraordinary results. Yes, I potoka sa de chire nyina ne say. Emra wo nipa da sani wo mu bia na chire de wo se we. So wo hwe o how any abenedi agana fo wo. Enam yesika semu a apaska atetia pansam. E ka me ne o man no amna donko aye timu na. Say yesi e be ya akwadworo aye adwuma donhwere nwotwe te say de ye from Gorgeousburg time ABC na. Ghana you better know here your come forever and ever. Okay, but the only no question hold on. I'm see baby. The only way we can get out of this mess is to think outside the box and do something we have not done before, which is that 24 hours now we must make sure we are working every hour. Ukwa manonia nkronkro na tu mpon a ye pese ye koho na ye nuanom bi wo ho mo ye adwuma na. That is what pertains there. In America, in London, the economy works 24/7. Human beings sleep. Nipa na wo kro ni munda. But economy ni ye adwuma 24/7. Enti ukunim obi wa bruchira. O de obedi wa dance here. Ana obedi wa dance here say Ghana fo bi wa brucho mo ye adwuma miensa mebo a. Yeah. Ebi adwuma mienu mebo a. Okobo 8 hours wa, okobo 4 hours wa. Enti na adwuma wa ye ne doso. Sika e ba ni nsem doso. O de bi atuatua ne ho aka, o de bi atua ne bills. When you be a CV, when you be a send ya befie, when you be a need dine be an project be. And on a President Mahama edeba. Because you see a bay 8 hours now. 8 hours in a diakwa to a camwa yintimin ayeka. With a mambo for a kufuado neighbor with me, or my Bob Bessia, a dear send a qua and never see no munti. And that is why we need the 24-hour economy, which is going to ensure, say, for 24 hours, Ghana economy will be working. Okay. Ya chemu miensa. Don't hear watching, moho miensa. Okay. And inti, kwesi ya beba adwuma anopa 8 a.m. wapo enyumre 4 p.m. Na Welbeck abe adwuma 4 p.m. Waye adwuma don't hear watching akwa akosi ahomache 12 a.m. Na Dominic aba 12 a.m. wabe adwuma don't hear watching akwa akosi 8 a.m. Inti 3 adwuma bia ya chemu miensa. They are working. What that means is that the companies are producing more. They are also getting more productivity because time one can you wasting this year the year. Adia nan komu ye adwuma mu produce 2,000 and number produce 3,000 because you are having 3 shifts. And because of that, so no, they are creating a adwuma mo miensa. What is so difficult about this that MPP for some Montiasi? Okay. Enti nenambo say if say on the basis of how President Kufuor and the MPP are managing the economy. I remember former President Mahama saying, say President Kufuor pay attention to the documenter, the late Professor Kwesi led NDPC, they would have spotted the 24-hour economy then in. At the point, yes, he had 24-hour economy in urban. Now, based on there, way back in 2016. Okay, so way back in 2016, Ghana be a friend of 40-year development plan. Yeah. Okay, and this was led by Kwesi Botwe, the likes of Dr. Nimoy Thompson and all that, under the leadership of John Mahama. Yenye planner Ghana and Fahone Party or the Bayer Juba for the next 40 years. Okay. Because in this party, be better was a mature minor. They are not buying that and not for actually maybe media and not a tree in Puntu question. That was the rationale for the 40-year development plan. Okay. Now, we share a more, sa plan ni more. You who say baby your mine kono a bedroom pempons will be no. You be kwa here because the rate at which the economy was growing way back in 2016. Yes, and expanding no. It was not at the right pace. ebetumi ama mabunu a day in day out year dos wo Ghana ebi ko school awie ebi so ansa no dwuma ebetumi ama ye dwuma. So as far back then President Mahama was visionary to know say Ghana will need a 24-hour economy at some point where you may have 3 shifts of work, not 1 shift. No country can see true industrial and economic revolution with just 1 work shift. It doesn't happen that way. Okay. Because to see that kind of transformation, you need to be more productive. What's the point I'm trying to say? Yeah. You cannot use out of 24 hours, 8 hours to work, use 8 hours to sleep, and use 8 hours to idle around. Okay. It won't work. So that time now when you need to use it well. So we envisioned and provided for 24-hour economy in the 40-year development plan. Ya number ya no mo say oh ya mfa nya adwuma no mo to twene no mo say mo koye Ghana beyond aid. And the Ghana beyond aid na to nsuo mu a. And then we are begging for aid 8 years after the MPP has been in office and championing Ghana beyond aid no. And then they are celebrating aid say omo ayede omo car. Ye yusu omo sika kwambone so amasika na hia yentimi ntu omo ka no. Hure ye ni age omo de kani bi ache. Ana oma ye kani bi carry forward ye betua ne dache. Without even thinking about how we are going to pay that debt in Chirima, dear Yedija in Chirima Babitua Sakan, we are celebrating that aid. Eda Yenimwa Yebitua. They chew the 40-year development plan away, not 24-hour economy. And that is why President Mahama is saying, he said, if that 40-year development plan had been implemented, Ababa we be see a Konyanswa, and we will not be where we are. Look, you're not saying most to Kokaka. President Mahama say Ghana yewo abanyuma bebre a omunyuma omoye no akwasi ewu nyama omanfo nipa bebre hia the services of these campaign organizations, state institutions, but these state institutions operate only 8 hours. And what the timi could do boso me ensan boso me 9 wonsanka I just who could lie and now copy guru boy be connection man be na ukutua bribe man and no kura no we ya wonsan kan ntem enyuma bi ni say bi ni passport. Look, passport is a right of every citizen. Uko kro bia so a citizen bia na ye wo akra keto na na ye passport ama meboa yeah ade na Ghana nko a wo pe passport wa utimi apply edibusu mi nsia na wunyanya passport no. And the President Mahama Adom, your online passport application, you can sit home and apply for a passport on your phone. But who apply in Imponi? You say I just okutwa photo. Meboa. Yeah. You say I find I was submit documents. Okoji appointment. Ubedi lie. Minimum one apply for passports. Last year, they see no monzankai. Ebi omo apply for passport and the data ye dey maybe na 2025. But so ma print bi so go bi so meje. Yes, but ebi so apply that the entire amount for unko say ni rempo office why passport application bi. Because I check ebi atua bribe almost anka. And passport office they kill there the traffic there. So President Mahama say that the 24-hour economy is simple. Passport office omunya adwuma 8 hours but 24 hours including weekends. And the passport office aye nim so boko adwuma 8 normal 0.4 or 5 no. It's omoko 8.4 another set of workers beba. Another 8 hours because the adwuma was omoye. Enyet omoko tena work. There is work, there is demand for their services in terms of passports. Okay. So there is a basis for them to operate 24/7. Yeah. Then almost another set, beba. So if currently passport office employs 10,000 people, the 24-hour economy is going to triple it to 30,000. So the you could enormous with a boabako. So basically create another employment. Because and another say better passport services. Send a ya apply your passport jina hoje. Ana na mienu na miensa na wonsaka. Because the people are working around the clock to process it. Now what train acha wonsaka. Okay, so citizens are getting better services. Yeah. One yaku anoma bako. Anoma etoso mienu ayakuno. The second problem we have solved, that's what I mean. Okay. Is that nipa mante again area we school tifi omunya adwuma nye. They say because of the 2 additional shifts no. So mbenya adwuma. Okay. Anameboa. Sure. Bako. Yeah. The informal sector, the oye photocopy, and I will try photo or passport service. Yeah. And I will turn and one of our passport office one. Yeah. Or turn money we numere And I'm say passport office where you operate and na no. Obetimi do dokuna besi one, obetimi a chekele wele and obetimi ato indomie. That's the impact of the 24-hour economy on even small and medium scale enterprises. Because companies are working around the clock, you know. Almost trading around those institutions, you know, will also trade 24/7.
Okay.
Baby, passport service almost also raw materials free. Almost input materials free, like paper, like whatever, films.
Yeah.
It means they must also produce more for them because passport service is now operating 24/7. They need more of that within a month or within a week. In addition to that, the more passport office processing more passport application within a short period of time, the more the government is getting more revenue. Because passports are free. So they get more revenue. Yeah. It adds to the economy, it grows and expands the economy. That is what visionary leadership is about.
Some you hear the cost
benefit.
That
is what the 24-hour economy is about.
So you hear the cost benefit analysis of the 24-hour economy. Because one year can say we are going to add up to our wage bill. I quite remember way back, is it May 1st, 2011, the late Professor Johnny Vasatamas Kansembe said I bind the almost 60 to 70% of the Sika Onya HR salary. Now, you say most of our buying services, you had a realistic tariff for it.
Yeah.
Now, say passport, you have a more, near the found for more the account. You had the analysis that who Sika buying here a bit to me to make it possible.
This is a very good question. Very, very good question. So, me use passport now. I'll give you other examples, but me use passport now. Like I told you, omo additional shifts.
Yeah.
Omo nkotena wokwa. No waka sike bi amba. Eyete de sika kakra na betu omo kanti omo na be hwere sika. As they are processing more, the more you process more passport applications, the more money, the revenue the passport service gets.
Yeah, sure.
That's a passport na free.
The mention say
because ade anka we be processing over 6 months and then we within 1 month. So you are even becoming more productive. Apart from citizens getting faster passport services, revenue and over a long period. Now you are getting it over a shorter period. So revenue is going to go up, and that is the revenue you are going to use to pay the additional people.
So the revenue bit me go up to the extent say bit me cater for
of course,
cost of passport.
All that analysis.
Because for example, a bit say snita ye and now you can say you use 8 contributors to pay 1 pensioner.
We are just senator said. and that is why we have not told you that all public institutions.
Okay.
Where your FAQs the presentations we have now, we say certain public institutions.
Okay.
And those public institutions, they are public institutions with huge consumer traffic.
Okay.
Meaning, me pay almost service yenyebi. As a port, Kotema port, and when this one and Jordan meboa.
Yeah.
Nipa containers na babu faso. Upese we yasem. Even with President Mahama quadrupling the size of Tema ports.
Yeah.
With that NPS port, as it is a display ignorance. Say President Mahama sued Tema port on TSA. BOT, build, operate, and transfer is not the same as selling a port. It is a finance. It is a strategy for financing government projects without spending money. What do you say?
Okay.
That campaign, President Kufuor did come out with concession agreements in 2004 for 20 years. NPS. Ubi any man they can go and check. With them, President Mahama came and sat with them and said, yes, you have this agreement. But look, your present port, quadruple size, you see new terminal.
Yeah.
Na ship a kesiye no, intimi magana na intimi mra. Na mwa for busi kanye, aba infa ne kaprenship. Na for 15 years, ma operate we are after 15 years, abaya Ghana Japan.
Yeah.
So that is the arrangement. Okay. And 15 years, and by 2030 now, so. Not our port ni na be Ghana there. Even now na ye beauty ni Ghana will percentage and a back clearing of nyema GRA ne customs ne
okay.
ports and harbors and it's important I clear that because it just occurred to me that people have been lying about that thing.
Okay.
So it's just a normal beauty like you dey marry by for 5 years omo kasa bebre na marry no plant na be dia omo fa some unisex e dia kokumas no. That is how this port will also be.
Okay.
The visionary John Mahama na ye kana say no. This is one of the Nensano Nyuma. So you go there in spite of the expansion of the port, still services are slow.
Traffic.
Yes, NPS can operate 24/7.
Yeah.
But Customs in Yajuma 24/7. GRA in Yajuma 24/7. The financial institutions, they don't work 24/7. So Nyama Bebre, why you can't do it round the clock? President Mahama said no. And Nyama na be good port. Or mind be as a port here a destination for Nyam, not even surrounding countries in Nyama far instead of Togo. Our port must be efficient. So BB port I need to be clear. Almost a man might try and wish because they know our port is efficient. Ubia the Nyama bede ebe fifa. So we will get them a port to work 24/7, including weekends. 3 shifts.
Same as passport office.
So that time will be you can clear your container. And agree you can clear. A better traffic across motorways, so I told the accident by a cargo be a minute to Hana block coin. Because we'll be better and I do traffic be anyone who are clear idea. And how much no are clear idea. It is a passport office, I can say port honor, nipa 10,000 a year where you man. And also by adding 2 shifts, and yet nipa 30,000.
Security home.
Share documents in woman number 1.
Okay.
President Mahama say, you cannot have a 24-hour economy without security.
Okay.
And you know, and we ban any priority under 24-hour economy. Oko London, and they have a 24-hour economy strategy. They prioritize security. Oko Sydney, all those countries, they prioritize security.
Okay.
What are we going to do? Or say currently, Ghana Police Service in Kuano, for them to be able to provide security for 24-hour economy, there was here a fact. I'm into the police service 25,000.
Okay.
So what is that? 25,000.
Okay.
Already, police knew what deficit that.
Yeah.
And so now 24-hour economy, the 25,000. Massa, until we are police acquire. This is the hope for you.
Okay.
And you are not going to be employed now to buying in the private and public institutions running 24/7.
Okay.
And President Mahama said it will not just be police, it will be public-private security architecture.
Okay.
And the security companies behind. So, and deploy them on the streets. Deploy them to all the institutions, the companies running 24/7. Oh yeah, Juma 24/7. Unsro, enko yet to say mobile money buy yema am robbers man for collapse. You see, apart from the public institutions, I can give you many examples like DVLA, just like passport service, account, like customs. But I found private.
Yeah.
Sure. Minimobia. The last honorable Erikupuku Kasa said, "Oye biscuits." And baby, all the biscuit in the corner, baby, or export corner. They like the biscuit because Ghana, your bunch, ye fly, leady, ye fry biscuit is one of the best. They like it.
Okay.
The pressure one also produce bears 100,000 boxes for them onto me the capacity niswa because oniska. Number 1, okoje besia ewo banga ehunsi 35%, 40%. Owo besia, that is where Bawumia say economy nedru. Onti bi kwentua. Enti ono wa potwa kakra bi na oye na wa fa nipa be 20 bi na ono omoye adwuma no. Na wa ye be 1,000 cartons na watwe bia. Okay. Under the 24-hour economy, President Mahama say people like him involved in manufacturing, agro-processing, omo involved in construction, and they keka ho. Aban no ebe mo financing support. Aban ne discover boa under the Ghana Exim Bank, Exim Bank, Export and Import Bank. President Mahama nete. Yes,
subsidized interest loan. And I say
subsidized interest loan. Okay. That is what Exim Bank does.
Okay.
For people who produce not only for the domestic market but for export.
Okay.
What do you say? Says Sikana na Akufo-Addo abefa odi mu $10 million amacha ma won't me according to Kennedy Japan. Aye nim the other year. Edu bi no mo de ma Shatawale ni Stone Boy. Oh, that one say nyom to for ne de mo nya boni bia. Aban ne de ama wo
bia small kenti.
No, but it's a fact. Yeah, the Exim Bank Sikama won't me is a fact. Kennedy Japan didn't lie. So don't call him a lie. No, no, me evidence. No, I have evidence. Evidence to me ankasa jiatu. Yes, wajiatu. Exim Bank omo de ama $10 million. President Mahama say yeah me chiche say sika na party for. We will give it to these companies and businesses to expand their businesses. Number 2, at the end have businesses no money expand and they say, but we make taxes. Your share also be moving from taxation to production. Or the over 50 taxes na be so. Yeah, that's what we are COVID levy. Yeah, we are baller levy. Taxes are broad draining so. President Mahama says these businesses must be given tax incentives, tax rebates. Yeah, take one so that a car or more bought to operate. No, so there will mukran as a minuya.
Yeah, to so could you say?
Oh, the tax say no there. Business beyond the taxes are with you. So when we say we will give you tax incentives, meaning say even as a construction company,
yeah,
it was what you have pre-tax of 25%.
Yeah,
I might beat him about 10 you can say percent a man because offer or operated 24 hours, I employ more people.
It is a company, sir.
And now private to me, I say for your 2 additional shifts, mean you corporate tax. Are you getting me? For the 2 additional shifts, mean no tax.
Yeah, it's a calculation when you know to another
yes, come on, me diba. So, into your question, a buying tax, so man, no more cost of production here. Or more produce what they be another boy than because they are paying more taxes. At the end of the bedroom, nipa into me talk. Yeah, the kwama no near it can compete against the things produced there or even the cheaper imports on our market. No, most of bonnet me aba form. No be yet me to be. Then President Mahama say, in Kenya businesses ne kuomo. And in Kenya so better so. What it be as a time of use tariff.
Yeah.
Hey, Nyamisha Mahama. This man foresight. And President Mahama, who would have even thought say Ghana could do this? Say we can have special calibrated smart meters. Yeah, they you may be our signing onto the 24-hour economy. No, we signing onto it.
Yeah.
Then that meter no will be calibrated. Say normal 8 hours a day in a nipa year, you man. Utia electricity be a 1 cedi per every kilowatt hour. But at Najwa warrior, you man. Yente somra 20 pesos.
Some will say you can you know before
so that businessman will be paying cheaper power for the night operations, reducing the cost of the man, increasing the profit. And businesses are in business to make profit. Nobody is a fool. I buy say or take a near boss swam or take taxes swam or bow sika kwemu or bow security. Operate 24/7, produce more, become more productive and competitive at the same time, and help the state employ more people. Will be any for us and Pakodo. That is what the 24-hour economy is about, and that is why organized labor, not MPP, organized labor. You kuba time.
Okay.
Yeah. Munina kuba time. Or my doing 24-hour economy no one must be a game changer. We see who be that we na Ghana here. We na dia jumeba. Organized labor, MPP for kawo, NDC for kawo, omo kanokre. That is why Guta. Before Ghana nyina Kuba time, Ghana Union of Traders Association. Almost say 24-hour economy need your mind. It's almost NDC for na. That is why Federation of Labor, Institute of Economic Affairs, a policy think tanker. Yeah. Almost share political parties near buying their policy. Or my dream almost wait here. Even MPP for no mokano kreka Mokano kreka. Dr. Kuboy, Minister for Health. Meneno, Metro TV, I can show you the video. Also, be catch was a 24-hour economy. And yeah, no boy, 24-hour economy is possible. Okuboy, Minister of Health. Alan Chairman, or no, and you know, or MPP for one district, one factory more. Then. Yeah. Yeah. Alan Chairman, what Bob Baby Numa. Alan Chairman also be catch us the 24-hour economy is not possible. So when you listen to these ignorant MPP guys, they just go and pick one gaff of one communicator, one making sure say we're reading the news. They pick on one gaff and says, "Hey, 24-hour economy is bad."
But I see,
24-hour economy cannot be explained. No, they should cut this video.
Okay.
They said you communicate. They should cut my video.
And
go and ridicule me on Facebook. Say, 24-hour economy.
So, Sami Jamfi, the National Communication Officer of NDC, Mulabre Aso, Yankona boys Nika Krango Motu, Yabai see and Abatuaso. Koba BM, Emfa, Emra, Pensenpensenmu on Badwam, on Adom TV. Happy birthday and call for Nana Fianco of Atenka Media. We wish you all the best, Nyame Enshirap, and also Lawyer Enoch Afuakwa, member of the NPP National Communications Team. So happy birthday, Enko Emfa Emma. And also congrats to Pargrave Boache Dankwa for receiving a doctorate in leadership. Muni Ajmadin Yanswabo over the years. So Sabi Jamfi, The National Communication Officer of NDC is still in seat. Actually and more about the National Democratic Congress and our campaign for 2024 election. A few messages here now, and to us come. Good morning. Please ask some agency for me. Would the government workers work beyond 8 hours with the same salary? And we know that multimedia, for instance, already running the 24-hour economy now. What would be the difference? Walanyo Edwe Friakwatia and also Ede Ebaye. We say, good morning. I think the 24-hour economy will mean increase in labor asset. Will both public and private have the additional resources to pay the additional workers? During the Mahama regime, did they not freeze additional employment? We every Paju and so on also
Mama responded to.
Yeah. Now this was a question. Say good morning. And to my boss, Sami Jemfi, he's very reasonable character, a man with a cheerful and kind heart. I appreciate him for his unwavering support and guidance. He always goes the extra mile to uplift those around him. I also want to acknowledge and commend Sami for his tireless advocacy for the party. His dedication and hard work are truly inspiring, and appreciate how he's building and nurturing the new generation of leaders in interest of the National Democratic Congress. Eric Ajay. Anyway, and so by some others been so account. What other response to?
Well, I think most of the concerns, Mr. Medana said, your text messages here, but the concerns about Bakoka said businesses need to be pretty 24/7.
Yes.
So what would be their place under the 24-hour economy? Simple. Ubia will pretty 24. For example, Coca-Cola will praise 24/7 already. Okay?
Yeah.
So President Mahama is saying that for those businesses, they will also be part of the 24-hour economy.
Because you already
the tax
need
incentives, they will benefit.
Okay.
Security, they will benefit. In Kenya, they will benefit. Now, if already, they say, are buying Shenka.
Okay.
And by chance, or may decide they said there is demand for our products, so we want to do 24/7.
Okay.
Kruma, your mom cement or 24/7. Your mom tires or 24/7. The demand is there for their things, so they do. But are buying any policy and a strategy there or they
okay.
President Mahama said we'll capture all of them under 24-hour economy. They will benefit for cheaper taxes, benefit for cheaper power, cheaper and reliable power, must say, security support, financing support, depending on what they are doing, whether it's for export and all that. Their capacity will be better enhanced to produce more, and employ more. Because at the end, papa, other businesses now be more 24/7. Have you thought about it?
I best started up.
Oh, President Mamaka, immediately he's sworn in. A council will be formed that he will chair to put in place the framework for the 24-hour economy. There will be a 24-hour economy secretariat that will be put in place. And by the end of the first year, you will see the rollout of 24-hour economy.
So basically, by entry move from 2026?
No, 2025. BBI started for 2025. Because we are going to consult all stakeholders, TUC, all the labor unions. We will have to change our labor laws to provide for, because currently 24-hour economy in Nimbre, to provide for 24-hour economy. And if you're operating 24/7, what are your responsibilities?
Okay.
What are the rights of workers?
Okay.
All that must be spelled out. There must be a regulatory framework that will be put in place by law and an institution appointed to oversee it. Yes, I didn't know the implementation will begin. Because we don't have time. I was see, Bawumia, NMPP for Masega now. You have no idea. You have no idea. Where ne car ye dia aban we e tu sheda. Say aban foforo beba ni metua. You heard Akufo-Addo during the MPP primary saying that ono there we give you up. Or mampenyi foforo beba no na emra solve problems with. Ask yourself, say aban foforo beba no he fa na ye kwa ko fasika etua sa aka ni nyina. He said debt to GDP has gone off the roofs. That is all. You see, as the 24-hour economy, as the 24-hour economy rollout is going on, and we are producing more production means a higher GDP. As you are increasing your GDP, then okana would know the total usika wo na kana be yeketu abi. Okay. Say na say with GDP ni so little nti no. Okano efa usika mu usika ni na. But once your wealth, which is your GDP, your gross domestic product, increases because you're operating 24 hours economy. And it is leading to more production, okay, of goods and services. You are growing the economy, your GDP is increasing, and the component of your debt, the percentage of your debt to that GDP, it gives the government room to borrow again, to maneuver and all that.
Okay.
You ask, where are you going to get the money from to do? You don't need money. You just need a political will and the ideas. 24-hour economy, you see, it provide this security. It is leadership.
Obama incentivized loan from Exim Bank.
Exim Bank never ordered that president. Mama na ye.
You cut down taxes.
Mama na ye Exim Bank or Mama be chairman party for in the name of one day.
You cut down taxes kakra dey more. You be absorb energy kakra. How much never cost here?
Me no kase MP before. Omo parliament, omo pay tax exemptions.
Yeah.
To the tune of $400 million. It was $420 million. Minority. About $350 million. That is why they have sacked Kwaku Kwarteng as chairman of the finance committee. Yes, that is the reason. Because Kwaku Kwarteng is a man of conscience. So, as the chairman of the finance committee, he was against it. I'm giving you this breaking news. And that is why they have removed him to be able to say, okay, tax incentives now. One business, they are giving them tax incentive worth $145 million. One business. Go and check. Go and check. Millions of dollars. Now, you can give this tax rebates. President, we are going to channel that tax incentives well into businesses who actually need it. And we are talking about businesses that will be operating 24/7, employing employing them. What that means, and then we are multimedia, be a cameraman, upon 5. And you may be for our port, for passport office, for baby. So you can be doing 2 jobs. You can be doing jobs as your strength can allow you. Who are a student, when we are school, you will get a vacation job.
Okay.
Where contractors here are more way. I'm saying, open say you move over 24-hour economy. No, for we chat to and come on there. I can go on and on and on. The amount for okay. You are more contractor kwai on kwai kwai. E kwai you bet to me dey afi ba kwai ye dey mfie and na mfie no. Na omanfo pe kwai na yusu ye nya na kwai na eda ho. Ye delay na kwai na sanso atutu asay na ebo man ne ka because we are delaying. Sometimes we have to even pay interest on delayed payments. It on Kana the contractor no. Na kwai ne da ho. President Mama say, why must we let the contractors work only during the day? Ukwa brochi da anadwo ne ye kwai. Kwai ya omo ya no hey kukuma sisi
poku say area.
Ukwa brochi sa kwai ni nyina anadwo ne ye no. Until the 24-hour economy, those companies will be working 24/7. Ya so nkeni ane wo ho, security wo ho. Enti say laborers na ye for mo a. Laborers ni bi beba one shift anopa so mo ye 1,000 a anadwo another 1,000 beba be ye adwuma, another 8 hours. Another 8 hours, another 1,000 beba be ye adwuma. Contractor no ho ne tono because e kwan yanka odi 3 years be wie no or the 1 year be wie.
It depends on how aban be tua neka.
And aban so be tua. Hey, now Obama will be a quite 24 hours because the road is important. And you want the person
when the contract is be breaker.
Oh, of course, government will always owe. America cry their contractor for car. The most important thing is that Makano and Chem Morosun could do Pempons will be. And Kofo Wemuno. Omwe disika besi oma bono me disika ni na e camera there is no money.
Submit 24-hour economy e be cost say.
What's it?
24-hour economy e be cost say.
24-hour economy is not a policy that you put cost to it, that it will cost at this amount. Because it is a number of strategic interventions and I would a rolling out policy. What about it is will be I say one district, one factory, and NPP forecast on mobile never cost to say. You understand? Because the duty of government is to create an enabling environment for the economy to thrive, for private sector to thrive. In this case, government is going to create an enabling environment for businesses and certain public institutions to operate 24/7. Now, by virtue of that, citizens are getting better services, there are more jobs, revenue is going out. But government will not be able to say, this is the specific cost, because you see, there is no limit to the businesses and the companies, the institutions who are going to operate under 24-hour economy. It is going to be an ongoing process. And if the NDC stays in power forever and Jesus tarries, for it is going to be a program about forever. In the Nadia, no, for a certain period, no, I can say, no, a number of interventions, a big one cost okay, for things like time of use tariff, you're quoting Kenya, so there will be a cost element there, depending on the participating businesses and what you are giving. There will be a cost element, but even that, wouldn't say, and Kenya Bona yet, so never abayanya sikamo from Kenya. Do you know that? Should I explain that to you? Once Ghana, IPPs, omo producing Kenya Mayenano. Omo producing Kenya 24/7.
Sure.
Unless government tells them to shut down, they will produce the power. But yeah, you consume Kenya and say you must say ye nipa. Why would you know we fear the atwa? Why would you TV? Why would you hear Juma? Why would you hear factory? Yeah, you consume Kenya. Dodo na ye consume Kenya no. If you are not pako see you.
Yeah.
Until we peak hours now, a best 6-7 p.m.
Yeah.
And then nipa use Kenya pa. You do an ajo after 10 you use Kenya no. Nipa kakre bi na use Kenya. Into check your energy, your power in who's an ajo na demand so what if the Kenya and your produce we are waste. The power is going waste. Idle power. Sani friend. Now President Mahama say instead of the power to go idle, let me encourage businesses, factories, manufacturers, construction companies, to operate in the night. In addition to their operation during the day. Enti power nanka na joke ebe waste kwano na yenya wusike bia no. Now that power will be consumed. So instead of getting nothing for the power that would have gone waste, now we will get something. Even though say I think any ane boso anajo, you will get something which you would not have gotten because maybe you should prepaid. Now anajo I'm not using the power sent to me.
Yeah.
But if I'm using the power, I bet say me even though the rate will be cheaper than the mutual area, no, then the power would have wasted away in the night. Just what you say. So there are even some of the interventions are okay. People think that when you give tax incentives, you lose tax revenue. Yes, in the short period you lose tax revenue, but in the long run, as the businesses reduce their cost of production and expand and produce more. And export more, you are getting more foreign exchange. They are paying more taxes.
Sure.
And that is why sometimes you see in America, they give tax rebates and yet revenue goes up. Because the tax collection system is efficient.
And it's not something maybe about the same energy.
It's about the before there. Omo to omu ni policy. Omu policy na say, mon first year ne mame. Omo flag bearer. Oh, me that's it. Oh, that must for day. Omo flag bearer ko jina ni pa ni mu a. I say akra ne car yira. Mon first year na mama was who need license na watch car. O boss driver cry the car man no wakonya accident akoku nipa. O ba was mon first year na mama omo police no. Aba wo mia dia na wa ya ye nto abamma. Mon first year na mama things like that. Besinne kire me wo yensem true ni wa ye adwuma wo ya I'm giving you a challenge. Show me one thing original idea about wo mia dia ba to address adwuma sem. The biggest problem confronting Ghanaians today is the problem of high unemployment. Edumaniho, the paper eduma. Akwasinsia Ghana for her. But we have solution to unemployment kabako. So President Mahama de yaka. It's a 24-hour economy.
Okay.
TUC abona baso.
Okay.
Guta abona baso. IE abona baso. Okoboy abona baso. Obi abona baso. MPP force yenye. Meboa. But we say it's a bad idea. Onone de way.
It's Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, Ebesmo Bia Manabano Ababe ano.
Oh, this is not fair to Alhaji Bawumia. No, this is not fair. This is the whole vice president.
About the energy. I hope someone say you aware, say we are still under IMF.
This is not fair. The way you Sremi Bawumia nhyehyɛ ba ko a wode atudwa ebetumi acreate nyuma. O se wey na ye me answer to the man who the producer kasa gu asom. Omo ko internet so no mo pebi nka nkyerɛ na na.
O china Dennis Muraka bo agebe ba abekirem.
Jese omo de omo use makobe bia no mo so. Omo so person omo ba wala no mo to omo ma arrange interview a. Omo use makobe bia no maba. Omo ni bi.
Ejo oba ka Ghana.
Mo first year na
oba be ka Ghana fo hunu.
Mo first year na.
The policy of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. You almost feel say betimi dey answer.
Mo meka de mo wia no. Odim de mo wia no. President Mahama in 2020 People's Manifesto go and check. Promise to train 1 million young people in coding. And you're needing 1 million coders program 2020. But Umiana was Woody mate. And then we buy when your policy abort said they don't so about we ask our policy 1 million coders program. What we are. Or make our original policy said about Wimia. Me many swadi hununi we na medeba and you first year na mamiasem. See, governance is a serious business. The presidency is for serious people. Show us the ideas you have to address a Juma somewhere. And know that you're Ghana for how kesiye. You be say mon first year na mai. Usiaya.
Research na America boaji ba.
Usiaya. And you see, that will be some baby about women's bank. I said, yes, look,
me what 2 minutes per night.
Oh, okay, I see about 25.
25.
Ah, no more time we.
You so then. It's more 1 minute.
Look, the woman, the pan say Ghana ma. Ye papa Mahama say we team so. Onim say Ghana ma mo nya kwadworo, Ghana ma pa adwuma. Na mo makwansi dia Ghana ma bebre face eye dwetira mu di bedidwa. Ghana ni ba bia ni wa opese ono de otifie wonye hwe na ne kunkwa na ekọ na eba. Ono so pese oye bibi. No no so be mani yi kakra ono so aboa ewufie. Ya maame mu ye nim sikan keten a modi aye adwuma amana ya akese dia hwe ye bi modi ahwe ye suku modi aboa fie modi aboa wo man no. Nti ya papa mama so oba aside 24-hour economy no. Ode nhihie bi ba eye for manko a adutwam. Ye friend on National Women's Development Bank. Ebi si Ghana bakose muda. Okwa mama bebre a ebi wo ho. President Mama so the be Ghana. Okay. Banga eye for ma. Oba na be bank manager. Oba na be cashier. Oba na be teller. Oba na be security. Oba kwa na be da board so. Giving loans to a man kwa. Enyuma eye madia. E ma omoye abanjuma na ankwankura enyuma omoye businesses. Say wo purpose ya ma fancy. From 1,000 cedis, 500 cedis, 10,000 to even 1 million. Okay. Besia wunsi hu kakra bi. Na bank. Yama wo mre ama wo de tu. Yes, a bank. But I say Samija Fiye, National Communications Officer. Now him say of the Joma Mebe. Be aduma epuntuo ni akotonko a. Wakra we da se.